before the pharaohs raised their pyramids, before Sumer wrote the first words. There were others, hands that shaped stone before history began. Across islands, mountains, and oceans, they built temples to the sky, fortresses of impossible stone. Cities now drowned beneath the waves. This is the story of humanity's first architects, the forgotten engineers of the ancient world. Section 7. Hagar, Kim, and Ġgantija, temples before the pharaohs. On the Mediterranean islands of Malta and Gozo, stone temples rise from bedrock, older than Stonehenge, older than the pyramids, the oldest freestanding structures on Earth. Hagar, Kim, and Ġgantija, built between 3600 and 2500 BC during Malta's temple period. These megalithic complexes predate Egyptian monumental architecture by 1,000 years. 1,000 years! The temples are constructed from Globigerina limestone, soft when quarried, hardening in air. The builders shaped massive blocks, some weighing over 20 tons, and arranged them in trefoil patterns, three-lobed designs suggesting organic forms.
This was a civilization obsessed with fertility, with astronomy, with the divine feminine.
At Hagar, Kim, archaeologists discovered 3 distinct floor layers in the northern section. The uppermost layer shows no evidence of sacrificial fire. The lower layers, covered in ash and burn marks. 3 phases of construction, 3 different rituals.
The techniques evolved over centuries.
Among the artifacts, a small limestone figurine, 4,000 years old, exaggerated curves, massive thighs and belly, the fat lady of Hagar, Kim. She now rests in a museum, but her presence speaks of worship, of a mother goddess, of reverence for life and creation. The temples also served astronomical functions. Window-like openings in the stone walls align with solstices and equinoxes. The builders tracked the sun's journey, encoded it in stone. Ġgantija, on the neighboring island of Gozo, takes its name from the Maltese word for giant. Local legend claims the temples were built by a giantess, because how else could stones of such size be moved? But there were no giants, only humans. Humans with knowledge, with organization, with reverence for forces beyond themselves. UNESCO recognized these temples as World Heritage Sites in 1980. They are protected, studied, preserved. But mysteries remain. Why did the temple culture collapse? Around 2500 BC, construction suddenly ceased. The sites were abandoned. Did climate change, invasion, disease? We don't know. The stones don't tell us, but they endure. Older than the pharaohs. Older than the Bronze Age. Older than civilization as we usually define it. The Maltese temples stand as proof that monumentality, that astronomical knowledge, that reverence for the divine, are not products of the cradle of civilization in Mesopotamia. They are human, universal, ancient. Section 8. Sacsayhuamán, the fortress that defied Spain. High above the city of Cusco, Peru, carved into the Andean mountainside, stands a fortress that should have made the city impregnable. Sacsayhuamán. Built in the 15th century under the reign of Emperor Pachacuti, the architect of the Inca Empire. This massive stone complex served as defense, as ceremony, as a declaration of Inca power. The walls are impossible. Stones weighing up to 200 tons, fitted together without mortar, so precisely that not even a blade can slip between them. The Inca had no iron tools, no wheels, no written blueprints. Yet they moved stones that modern engineers struggle to lift. Construction took over 90 years. 20,000 workers labored in shifts, quarrying stones miles away, dragging them up mountain slopes, fitting them into walls that have survived earthquakes that destroyed Spanish colonial buildings. The Spanish chronicler Pedro Chiesa de Leon, writing in 1553, described a stone block 65 meters long, abandoned on the road to Sacsayhuamán. The Inca, he wrote, had grown tired of dragging it. 65 meters, one stone, abandoned because it was too much. What finished walls contain is almost incomprehensible. In 1536, Sacsayhuamán became the site of rebellion. The Inca of Vilcabamba, resisting Spanish conquest, fortified themselves within these walls. The siege was brutal, the fortress nearly impregnable. But the Spanish had cannons, horses, steel. The Inca had stone. The rebellion failed. But Sacsayhuamán endured. In 1934, during modern construction work, archaeologists discovered a significant archaeological zone within the fortress complex. New excavations, new insights, but much remains buried. Much remains unknown. Today, Sacsayhuamán is a UNESCO World Heritage Site. Tourists walk its ramparts. The annual Inti Raymi festival, celebrating the Inca sun god, takes place within its walls. The fortress has become a symbol of Inca ingenuity, of resistance, of a civilization that built for eternity. The stones remain silent about their construction, the techniques lost with the fall of the empire. But they prove something undeniable. The Inca were engineers of the highest order. Their understanding of physics, of leverage, of stone, matched or exceeded anything in the ancient world.
To the drive to build something eternal, something that says, we were here and we were great.
Sacsayhuamán stands as testament, not just to Inca power, but to human determination.
Section 9. Posnansky's 15,000 BC theory, the Maverick and the mystery. Arthur Posnansky. Austrian-Polish engineer turned Bolivian archaeologist, spent decades at Tiwanaku, and he believed he had discovered something extraordinary. In his magnum opus, Tiwanaku, The Cradle of American Man, published in 1945, Posnansky proposed that Tiwanaku was built not in the first millennium AD, but in 15,000 BC, 15,000. He later revised this to 12,000 BC, but the claim remained revolutionary. Posnansky based his theory on astronomical alignments. The Kalasasaya temple, he argued, was oriented to track the sun's position at a time when Earth's axial tilt was different from today. He pointed to geological evidence. Lake Titicaca's shoreline had changed dramatically over millennia. Posnansky discovered the site of Iwawe, proving that Tiwanaku once sat directly on the lake's edge. The water had receded. This took thousands of years. Therefore, Tiwanaku must be ancient beyond measure. The theory made Posnansky famous. He became the Tsar of Tiwanaku archaeology. His work was ambitious, bold, visionary.
But it was also wrong. Posnansky lacked rigorous scientific methodology. His measurements were imprecise,
His interpretations, influenced by the pseudoscientific theories of Immanuel Velikovsky,
saw catastrophe and deluge where more mundane processes existed. When carbon-14 dating became available in the 1950s, it demolished Posnansky's chronology.
Tiwanaku dated to around 1500 BC at the earliest, not 15,000. A difference of over 13,000 years. Posnansky's theory was rejected by mainstream archaeology. His reputation tarnished early. But here is the paradox.
Despite being wrong about the date, Posnansky's documentation of Tiwanaku is invaluable. His surveys, his measurements, his photographs. He recorded the site before modern damage, before looting, before erosion. His work remains a historical treasure, even if his conclusions were false. And his character? Difficult, prickly, convinced of his own genius. He clashed with colleagues, dismissed critics, refused to accept evidence that contradicted his theories. Classic Maverick.
Yet his passion for Tiwanaku was genuine. His belief that it represented something, yet his passion for Tiwanaku was genuine. His belief that it represented something.
Today, we know Tiwanaku is not 15,000 years old. But Posnansky's vision of a civilization possessing knowledge that seems impossible for its era, that question endures because the stones, those impossible, precise stones, still don't explain themselves, and mysteries, even debunked ones, have a way of lingering. Section X. Yonaguni Monument, the pyramid beneath the waves. 1986. A diver named Kihachiro Aratake, exploring the waters off Yonaguni Island, the southernmost tip of Japan, descends 25 meters beneath the surface and discovers something. A structure. Massive, stone terraces, right angles, perfectly flat platforms stretching into the blue abyss. Not scattered rocks, not random formations. Architecture. The Yonaguni monument spans 50,000 square meters, 27 meters high. Staircases, tunnels, standing pillars, all underwater, all silent.
The questions arrived immediately. What is this? Who built it? And when? The sandstone geologists determined is 12,000 years old. 12,000.
That's 7,000 years before the pyramids of Giza. 7,000 years before Egypt even had pharaohs. Let that number settle. Now look at the details. The Grand Terrace, a platform measuring 70 by 50 meters, edges sharp as blades, surface flat as glass. The Turtle, a stone formation carved or eroded into the shape of a tortoise, with eyes, with a mouth, too precise to ignore. The main pyramid, 5 terraced levels, symmetrical, regular at the summit, 2 parallel columns, 2 meters tall, standing like sentinels. Nature can do extraordinary things. But this, 2 camps emerged. Camp 1, man-made. This is a monument, a temple, a city, built by the Jomon culture, Japan's ancient hunter-gatherers who created pottery 14,000 years ago. Or perhaps something older, something lost. The legendary civilization of Mu, swallowed by cataclysm. Drowned in the Great Deluge 10,000 years before Christ. The believers point to the precision, the symmetry, the impossible flatness. nature doesn't carve staircases. Camp 2. Natural formation. Marine geologist Robert Schoch examined the site. His conclusion: geology. The monument is sandstone. Sandstone fractures along straight lines, naturally. Tectonic activity, erosion, wave action over millennia. The result? Terraces that look artificial but aren't.
Schoch called it a pseudo-structure, a trick of stone and time. But here's the problem. Even Schoch admitted, S-ohm features are difficult to explain.
Tool marks, carvings, modifications. Perhaps the ancient inhabitants of Yonaguni found this natural formation and enhanced it, turned geology into mythology. The debate? RAGES. Mainstream archaeology rejects the man-made hypothesis. No artifacts, no pottery, no tools found at the site, just stone and silence. Yet the monument refuses to conform. Those right angles, those parallel columns, that turtle with its carved face. They whisper, and the whisper says, maybe. Today, Yonaguni draws divers from around the world. They swim through the silent corridors, touch the cold stone terraces, and wonder, is this the remnant of a forgotten civilization? Or is it merely stone, shaped by the patient hand of the earth? We don't know. But the monument, resting in its underwater tomb, keeps its secrets. And mysteries born in silence have the loudest voices.